We're starting in about 2 minutes, about a minute and a half. All right, you are watching Carlisle's Picks, and this is a product review, part 1, first impressions of the Fitbit BLAZE. Now, those of you that watched my stream this morning, you know that I actually purchased a Charge 2 fitness bracelet from Fitbit, and it was dead on arrival, did not work, so I had to return it, and I kind of had my eye on some of these higher end models, so I decided, you know what, let me step it up a notch. Let me step it up a few notches. So I got the Fitbit BLAZE. So I've had it for exactly 1 day, and I want to give you guys some feedback on what I think about the Fitbit BLAZE, what I love about it so far, and what I don't like. I have some suggestions on how this could be much better. Now, in general, very interesting that it's not giving me a heart rate right now in the middle of for the first time today, in the middle of this review. But anyway, in general, I think it's a great product, but some of the stuff seems a little rushed to market. I think it could be done much better. I think there's a lot of fierce competition, and perhaps Fitbit made a business decision to kind of like, we got to get this thing out. You know, we got Garmin out there, we got Polar, all these other companies. We need to get our product on the shelves so we can get that market share. And because of those decisions, possible decisions that they made, the product suffers in some areas. But overall, I think they did a pretty good job. So first of all, let's talk about what exactly is a fitness band for those of you guys that are not familiar with fitness bands. So a fitness band pretty much is it's kind of like a watch. Like right now, this is the BLAZE. The Fitbit BLAZE is what I'm wearing right now. So you can see it looks just like a regular watch. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take this off so you can see how it's made up. So a little bit of friction there on the band. So it's definitely not going to fall off by accident. So it's fairly light. If you look on the bottom, you can see the little green lights flashing. So it's got a built-in heart rate monitor. And that's what those lights are. Some kind of an optical sensor, I believe. Now this is completely, you can take this apart, kind of like for those of you gun enthusiasts in a way. So basically what you can do is, if you look on the back here, there's a little pin right there. I don't know how well you can see that. There's a pin right there. Now if you push on that, you can easily pop this right out. Yeah, easily, right? I'm trying to do it on camera. So press right there, and that pops right out. And I can do the same thing here. And that pops right out. So now you have just the base watch, right? And it's covered by this bezel that's around it actually. So in order to charge it, this is one of the negatives, one of the cons of this. You actually have to pop this out. So here's the actual device itself. You can pop it right out. So here it is. So this is the Fitbit. This is the actual Fitbit BLAZE. This is all the technology, all the sensors. There's your heart rate monitor. And there's your little display, colored display. I'm going to show you that in a second. And this is how you put it in the charger. You put it in the charger, and then you close a little kind of door, and then you can let it charge. I think this is going to last you about 3 to 4 days, maybe 5 days on a charge. So not too bad. Now the display just came on. It's got an automatic thing where it turns on when you rotate your wrist. So I guess it detected me rotating it, and that's why the display is on right now. I don't know how well you can see that, but let's do that again. Try to simulate the rotation. See, there you go. There's the display. I apologize, this is webcam. I don't know how good that looks to you or how bad it looks to you. But let's go ahead and put it back inside of the bezel. We can just pop it right in there. And now you can see one of my pet peeves with this watch. So for me to go ahead and, well, first of all, I just put it in backwards. Oh, yeah, see, I don't like this. I don't like that you have to separate it. And it's nice that you guys get to see, this is a real review. You get to see some of the cons of it in terms of being a little bit cumbersome. I mean, I don't want to be fidgeting with this thing, taking it apart and reassembling it. And this is, keep in mind, it's my first day. Maybe I'll get used to it. I'll be a little bit faster with it. So right away, I'm having a little trouble putting it back in. I'm not sure if I should put it in from the bottom or the top. Okay, looks like it goes in from the bottom. So again, with time, I will get in the habit of knowing how to reassemble this properly and probably do it faster. So I'm still having a little bit of, like, it doesn't really want to go in there. Let's see. And there we go. So now it's back in there. I did not like having to do that. So let's go ahead and put the band back on. Now this is the worst part. Taking it off is actually easier than I made it look. It's just kind of, I'm trying to get it in the camera, you know. But putting it back on is a little bit more intricate. You got to go and put this in there, and then a little bit of coordination there, and then you flip the little thing right there, and now that's in. So not too bad, but it's just a little bit more coordination, because you gotta hook it in one side, and then you gotta flip the switch and put it in the other side. To take it off, it's just you have to flip the switch and then pop it out, right? You don't have to worry about the other side. But putting it in, you gotta worry about both sides. You gotta put it in one side, and then you have to flip that little dial. All right, see that? I just lost my grip on it. Yeah, I do not enjoy this. So this is something I don't have to do every 5 days. And this is definitely a con for me. I'm having trouble flipping the deal there. But remember, again, this is my first day with it. So once again, perhaps I'll get a little bit more accustomed to it and be faster with it in time. All right, so let's talk about the fitness bands. So fitness bands are basically portable, wearable devices that you can wear. They can be in the form of a band. Most of them are. They can be in the form of a watch like this. Band or bracelet, I should say. Now, the bigger the fitness band, generally speaking, the more features you're going to get. Now, you can get a general kind of a fitness band, which is kind of like a bracelet. And then what you're going to have is the most basic features. I mean, obviously, pedometer to begin with. And then, you know, they're going to add more features like running and distance and all these different features. You have some products that are going to have GPS built in and things of that nature. But generally speaking, they are designed to track your athletic activities, right? So you go on a run. How far did you go? Where did you actually run? Seeing it on a map. What was your top speed? What was your average speed? How many calories did you burn? What was your average heart rate? These are all the kinds of things you can get from different fitness bands depending on which model you get. You can also get things like elevation. You can also get things like sleep monitoring. How long did you sleep, and how good was the quality of the sleep? Were you interrupted in the middle of the night? Were you making noises? A lot of different things you can measure, and you can see all this stuff on graphs. You can pair it with your phone or your tablet. There's fitness bands like this one which do not have built-in GPS, and there's those that do have built-in GPS. The ones without built-in GPS, you can pair it with your tablet, so you can actually use the GPS tablet or phone. You can actually use the GPS of your tablet or phone to get that kind of information. So I'm going to show you the app very briefly. So here's the Fitbit app loading up here. All right, so let me go to the main dashboard. All right, so here's the main dashboard of the app. I don't know how good this is going to look on the webcam, but this is the Fitbit app. All right, and as you can see, it's showing what I've done today. So this is my first day with it, and it's tracked. And keep in mind, I didn't go to the gym. This is all in the office. I've been in the office all day long, and I drove to work. I didn't ride my bike or nothing like that. So it's tracked. Well, actually, it's not synced right now. It needs to sync with the Blaze. So this data is actually old. It says it's syncing right now. Let's see if that actually works. But the last time that it's synced, this is the data that it captured. So it says 888 steps. I did a lot more than that. 0.38 miles. It's saying I burned 1423 calories. It's saying that, okay, so it just got the update. So it actually did sync properly. And it did that automatically. I didn't tell it to do anything. It automatically recognized the device was here and automatically just synced up. So now we see 3,294 steps. I know you guys can't really see that, but I'm reading it out to you. 3,294 steps today, and it's all in the office, with the exception of I just did 8 floors. Basically, there's an escalator downstairs, and I was like going down, going up, going down, going up. So I did actually 23 floors, it says I did. I've covered a distance of 1.46 miles. That's all in the office, once again. 1,600 calories I burned today. 13 minutes of activity. It's tracked. And it's saying that it's calculated I did one of my 5 active days for my goal. You can set goals with this. It's saying my average heart rate is 69 beats per minute. I've consumed 65 gallons of, yeah, right, 65 ounces of water today, and 921 calories from what I've eaten so far. So very, very low calories. I'm actually looking for weight gain, so I'm definitely going to need to step up my diet and increase how much I'm taking in. Because obviously, if I burn 1,600 calories and I only took in 921, that's for weight loss. I don't need to lose any more weight. I haven't had dinner yet though, but I need to have a serious dinner. I mean, I need like 7, 8, 9, probably 1,000 calorie for dinner, I would say. I mean, because I'm 600, roughly 600 behind where I should be. So this is the kind of information you can get from this. Now, so let's talk about the Fitbit BLAZE. So what does the Fitbit BLAZE offer? So we talked about fitness bands and what they are, what they're all about. And now let's talk about the Fitbit BLAZE, which is what I have here. So this is the box that it comes in. It's $199.99 is the price for it. And they come in large and smalls. You have all-day activity tracking. So right now it's actually tracking how many calories I'm burning right now based on my heart rate and other factors. If I get up right now and start running around, it's going to track that as more increased calorie burn. It's got a multi-sport tracking. So you can track different types of sports, running, cycling, walking. You get smartphone notifications. Tracks your sleep quality. It's water resistant, not waterproof. And so let's break it all down. This is the box that it comes in. It's got a little magnetic case here. It's kind of a cute box, but I don't want to keep, look at the size of this box for this watch. I don't want to keep this watch in a huge box like this. So it seems like a waste. I think I'm going to take this thing out and use it for something else. Seems like such a nice box to just, you know, basically just to throw in the garbage, because I'm not going to put the watch in here ever again, unless I plan to resell it or something, which I probably will not. So, but that's the box that it comes in. So overall, the look of it, it looks pretty good to me. I think it could look a little bit more high quality. Not that it looks cheap, but I just think it could look a little bit more high quality considering it's $200 plus tax. It's comfortable enough, no issues there. So if I can show you a little bit of the display here, and let me take a quick look in the comments right now before we continue. Once again, we're doing a review on the Fitbit BLAZE fitness band from Fitbit. This is the first impressions. I just got this today, my first day using it. I want to share with you guys my experiences using it. So, okay, so Nick Ross says, what's going on? What's going on, Nick Ross? Sharper Mang, I was wondering why I stopped getting notifications about new videos here. Stupid YouTube and its new algorithm. Yep, absolutely. Okay, so let's get back to the review. All right, so first of all, the way that this does not stay on all the time, and that's one of the cons for this. I would like if you could make it stay on longer, like maybe give it a 10-second timeout, 30-second timeout, 1-minute timeout. You know, this is kind of standard technology, right? Like my tablet does that, right? You know, this is a kind of standard thing. I don't know why they don't do it on the watch. Yeah, you don't want to maximize the battery life, but this is my watch, right? Let me use it the way I want to. Don't dictate, you know, you're gonna get stuck on this maximum battery life thing and like screw everybody else. No. If I want to burn my battery, let me burn my battery. Let me the option of maybe never turning off. It's supposed to last for 5 days. It lasts just 1 day and I charge it every night, right? That should be my choice. But the way it works is to turn it on, there's an automatic mode that you can activate where when you rotate your wrist very quickly, the display comes on. It works pretty effectively, I would say 85 to 90% of the time. So 10 to 15% of the time you do that and it's not on. Maybe I'll get used to it, I'll get better at it, but it doesn't always turn on. You're supposed to also, I think, double tap is another way to turn it on. And there's also another button here. If you press that button, that'll turn it on as well. So if we go ahead and click on the left button, I'm actually in this is the daily for today. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I'm going to do another video where, you know, I'll do better shots. You can see it more clearly. So it's a touch screen. I can scroll through. Now, that's today. So it shows everything from today. Now, if I scroll to the left, you can see the time, and it shows my heart rate and how many steps I did for today. And then if I scroll over, you can choose exercises. Hopefully you guys can see that. So there is, let's go back to exercises. So we have, I'm doing this wrong, I'm screwing it up. So run, bike, weights, workout, walk, stair climber. And these are your shortcuts. You can configure them with the tablet. So I think it's about 7 of them you can configure for quick access, right? Because I can only do those sports. So double tap to turn it back on. I can only do those sports. So I think I would have to use the tablet to activate another sport, which is inconvenient. So you put the most common sports that you do in here, so you can simply scroll right through and get started. So I can go ahead and click on stair climber, single tap that, and it's ready. Let's go. Click on the play button, and now it's tracking me. Heart rate 71, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. And when I'm done, I click on the pause button, and that's to pause it. But then there's like a finish flag or whatever. I click on that. Now I'm done. It gives me the results, how many steps, how long I did it, average heart rate, how many calories I burned. I click on done, and there you go. So that's how you activate a workout. It also has automatic detection, which is a really awesome feature. It can actually detect automatically what you're doing, which is pretty awesome. Like I just did the escalator thing. So I didn't go into the modes, right? I pretty much just went to the escalator. I just started hustling up and down the stairs, and I looked at it, and it was like one story or 2 story. What's the measurement that it gives you? I think it gives you in floors, so 23 floors. So the floor is going up 1 floor, 2 floor. So I was able to recognize based on the movement that I was walking up the stairs. It all automatically detects me walking. I don't have to activate it. I just get up and start walking, and it's going to start tracking how many steps I'm taking. That's how I got all those steps. And also, it's got the heart rate monitor. So taking into account your heart rate, which is going to affect how many calories you burn, right? So it's giving you more accurate of a reading. So it's not just looking at how fast I'm walking, how fast I'm running, that I'm going up the stairs. It's also calculating based on heart rate. So that's giving you a more accurate calorie burn information. Now, you also have an alarm, which is this is one of the features I think that was kind of rushed. The alarm is stupid. The vibration is very, very slight. I think you could only recognize that in the daytime. And I think even in an office environment, because I think perhaps like if you're at a nightclub, you're probably not going to feel that vibration. Or depending on what kind of physical activity you're doing, you might not feel that vibration. It's kind of, and then it's kind of like it's kind of wimpy. It's really wimpy. It's like it like buzzes for like 10 seconds and then it snoozes. I mean, you know what I mean? It doesn't really want to alert you. It's just kind of like, hey guy, you know, you wanna you wanna like look at me or whatever. You know, it's not a hey. Okay, whatever. Anyway, you know, it's too passive, man. And like, there's no way that's gonna wake me up. Yeah, they advertise this whole idea of like you can use this to wake you up without disturbing your partner, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool feature, because I got the early morning shift, and my lady friend, she wakes up a little bit later, so she has to set the alarm 15-20 minutes earlier than normal. My nose is running. I got allergies. Sorry about that. So I feel a little bit bad about having her wake up earlier than she needs to. And I thought this would be cool if I could actually wake up and silence this vibration thing. But the vibration is so subtle. And again, it's very half-assed. It's not very aggressive. It times out. It snoozes really quickly by itself. It's really like as if they just wanted to put it in there just to have on the feature list. Like, we want to have on this box, you know, alarm with vibration. Yeah, it's another selling feature. It does this, that, and it's got an alarm with a vibrator on it. You know, they didn't really take it seriously. And it sucks, because that would be a really awesome feature if it was just better executed. You also have, here's another half-assed feature. You've got a timer. So I'm trying to do a weight gain diet. So with a weight gain diet, you want to have more small meals. So instead of 3 heavy meals a day, you want 6 small meals a day, and you should be eating every 2 hours or so. So I figured, great, I can use this feature, this alarm feature. I won't disturb my colleagues because it's going to vibrate, right? So I'll set it every 2 hours. It's going to go off. I'll just feel the vibration. I'll be like, time to eat a little snack or whatever, right? And I'll reset it. 2 hours later, I'll do the same thing. However, when I went to set the time, I noticed it's only minutes and seconds. I'm like, okay, that's kind of inconvenient, but whatever. I can just, minutes will equal whatever hours you want, right? If you keep adding minutes, you can get to whatever hour quantity you want. So I said, all right, I want 2 hours, right? So that's 120 minutes. I went there, and I'm going up and up and up, and I hit 90, and it's like, that's it. 90-minute max. 90-minute max on the countdown. Like, what? That kind of is frustrating, because it's not like, it's going to be, you have to increase the cost because you have to add some kind of advanced electronics that can allow you to do the algorithm that goes beyond 90 minutes. Really? Whatever programming that does the countdown is going to be very basic. A countdown. Come on, that's a very basic thing. So having this 90-minute cap, what is it? Is it a memory limitation? I can't imagine why they would have that cap. That is ridiculous for something so basic to limit it that way. It's almost as if, imagine if car manufacturers, for every inch of tailpipe, you get an extra 50 horsepower, right? And then you buy this Ferrari, and it's like the muffler is an inch shorter than it could be and still be cosmetically appealing. And you're like, if you guys only put an extra inch on the muffler, the car would have 50 more horsepower. Why would you not just do that? It's the easiest thing to have a longer tailpipe. It's the same thing here. Just like, I can't imagine why they wouldn't have the cap. And it's you have these cool, so much potential, and it's just like rush to market, So thumbs down on that. So what else? So we got the floor timer, the calorie count, how many miles you've traveled. So I've done 1.4 miles. There's another thing that's really nice about this. Like, when you get from very basic fitness bands to something more advanced like this, one of the things I like about this is it's a program. It's not just this thing on your wrist that shows you all this information. It's a program. It's almost like, in a way, hiring a trainer. Because, like, one of the features I've activated here is a goal of 250 steps per hour. And it's got a reminder. So right now it's saying to do that, I have to do every hour 250 steps, right? So it's telling me right now, let's do the rotation thing. Didn't work that time. And didn't work that time. Let's try it again. All right, there we go. See, it doesn't always work. So I have to do that 9 times a day. And it's telling me I've done 4 of the 9 times today. It's showing me a series of red dots for each hour. And whenever I don't do the activity, it's just gray. When I do it, it's red. So I can track and see if I'm keeping up with my target. It's also designed to kind of look at my activity and urge me to be active. Kind of like, hey, you should exercise more. You should do whatever. And kind of give recommendations on, strategies that would help me to increase, whatever my goals are. Because when you set up the app, you tell it whether you want to lose weight, gain weight, like what your goals are. And based on that, the system is supposed to track and recommend and suggest, what to do to achieve that. Now, the other thing about this is, wait a minute, it doesn't make any sound. I just thought about that. As far as I know, it doesn't make any sound. That's interesting. The only notification is the screen, the color display, and the vibration. Wow, okay. What else did I want to say about this thing? So it syncs via Bluetooth. Oh, you've got FitStar. FitStar is an app that can show you exercises right on the watch, which is really cool. This is like, we're living in the future, guys. I always wanted something like this. So in the gym, you can actually start the FitStar. There's like a warm-up. There's a 7-minute workout, so I can tap on that. So it's a 7-minute workout. Click on the play button. And now it's telling me to do jumping jacks. I don't know if you guys can see that. So he's saying to do jumping jacks. And I can skip to the next one. Okay, so now it's actually doing the jumping jacks. It tells you what to do. Then I'm supposed to be doing it. And I guess I can stop it and say skip. I don't want to do that. So now it's saying wall squat hold. So it's showing me how to do that. And then I hit the next button here, and now it's actually tracking me doing that. So you can actually do a full workout right on the watch, which is really convenient. This is one of the more advanced features that you're not going to get in the lower end products from Fitbit. And then you have a session review that shows you how you did. I know this is awful, the view, but I'll do another video with close-up shots and stuff like that. So you have the timer, the crappy timer I talked about. I'll just let you see what that looks like. So stopwatch, countdown. So there's a countdown. So that's how long until I have to eat another meal right now. There you go, 36 minutes. Oh, I just stopped it. I didn't want to stop it. Click on the left button to go back. It's got 3 buttons, by the way. There's 1 button here, 1 button there, and 1 button there, and it's a touch screen. Left button generally gets you to go back. So timer, then you got your alarms. So I set an alarm, whatever. You can set it for every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever, schedule you want to set it, you can set it. But like I said, this is really a waking alarm in terms of it's an alarm for when you're awake, because if you're sleeping, I don't know, you got to be a really light sleeper for this thing to wake you up. There's the settings, you can click on that, and you can configure the quick view, which is the rotation thing that turns it on by itself, so you don't have to press any buttons, and screen brightness, heart rate, whether it's automatic or not. There's a shutdown option. And that's pretty much it. So, in general, what do I think about the Fitbit BLAZE? Well, I would say I like it so far. Been having fun using it. It's a nice motivational tool. I'm proud of my 3,000 steps today. And that's all in the office, by the way. So I can blow that out of the water if I want to. As a matter of fact, when I leave the office, I might just walk around town and just see that. I wouldn't normally do that. That's the thing. These things motivate me. I might actually just do some walking around randomly. I'll find a reason to walk around just so I can up my steps for the day, right? And get my burn. And now that I know, because you can also track your meals, by the way. You can track your meals in the app. Whenever you're eating something, you can put it in there. It can scan barcodes, or you can enter the name of the thing, and it'll search for it and tell you how many calories and stuff like that. So the beauty of that is, if you look in the app, sorry, I got allergies, guys. If you look in the app, I think it shows you on the phone as well. Yeah, so right here, it's showing me, I guess it doesn't rotate. It's showing me the difference between how many calories I burned versus how much intake. So right now it's telling me I'm under budget. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's read it out to you. So you got the graph per day, and on the left you can see, it's basically how much I intake versus how much I burn. So right now it's saying I'm under budget. It says 921 calories in, 1626 calories out. So I have not reached my daily goal for weight gain. So basically I need to have a really large dinner, but I want to be careful of what kind of foods I'm eating. But it's nice. This is a great thing because people have goals about what they're trying to do, weight gain, weight loss, and without tracking it, it's like you spend a lot of time, doing stuff, and it's like you feel like you're not going anywhere. I'm not losing any weight. I'm not gaining any weight. You're not going to do that either way in terms of what your goal is if you're not tracking what's going on. It's kind of like you're trying to get somewhere and you're not even looking at the GPS. You're just kind of wandering around driving your car. You've got to track your progress. You got to see, this is the map. This is where I'm trying to get to. This is where I'm at right now. So that means I have to go down this road and make a left. I'm halfway there. I'm getting closer. The highway's coming up, right? Same thing with this. If you want to gain, you've got to intake more than you burn, right? So you're tracking your progress. I've intake this amount, right? So I know if that's how much I intake, then I need to make sure how much I burn is less than that. Right now, this is how I look, right? I've burned more than I've intake. Now, without this app, without this device, I wouldn't realize that I'm set up to lose even more weight. I'm underweight by about 20 pounds, right? I'm underweight by about 20 pounds. So without this device, I would be basically setting myself up for failure. I did some push-ups today and walking around. I'm doing the staircase, all that kind of stuff. I'm burning and burning and burning and burning. And then my intake, I eat well. I don't eat a lot of fatty foods and sodas and stuff like that. So that's why my intake is very, very low. Not a lot of high-calorie food, which is good. Good for my health. But in terms of getting that body weight up, I've got to pay closer attention, right? Because I'm not eating a lot of calorie-high foods. So I've got to eat more to get my intake higher. I want to get my intake to be like somewhere up here. I think about 500 calories more than how much I'm burning. Somewhere around there, I need to figure out what works for my body. So if 500 calories more than I burn has me gaining weight and getting fat or whatever, then I may want to bring it down a little bit, right? Or maybe it's perfect. So I got to basically see what the result is. But in general, it starts here where I am intaking more than I'm burning. But the beauty of it is with this app, I can easily, with this device and the app, I can easier track, how much I'm bringing in. And it tells me in the zone by color. So I can actually quickly look at the graph. And the fact that it's yellow, it's color-coded, that means I'm under budget. Green means I'm in the zone. Red means I'm over budget. So that means I think I've eaten too much or something. So it's pretty awesome. Now, just to give you an idea of what I ate today, this is the 926 calories. A cup of coffee, pulled pork with barbecue sauce, collard greens, mashed sweet potatoes, Cheerios, I think 2 cups with cranberries, granola raisin, almond, honey in there as well. And I actually had pancakes. I don't normally eat pancakes. It's still not the best food to eat. But, considering everything else, pretty decent. And so not the best day. I did have 74 ounces of water. Now, normally I like to have, what's missing from here is my vegetables, my leafy greens. I like to have kale, spinach, carrots, apples, stuff like that. I'll blend them up and things like that. But today it's a crazy day because I'm doing, for my work, I'm doing global stuff. So I had to come in extra early for global markets. And, so it's just kind of, coming in and it's something I don't do on a normal basis because it's a holiday thing. So it's a little bit more involved. It's not a laid back type of day in the beginning. So I didn't really do my normal routine today. But anyway, that's what I ate. So I like the device. I think that one of the things that will make this much better is there could be a lot more intelligent apps. You know how your phone is and your tablet, like Android, Apple, iPhone, whatever, how you can just download all these apps and do all these kind of things. You can turn this basic tablet into so many amazing things, including a form of fitness band, right? Because I actually was using an app before. I will talk about that in future videos. Like, why do you get the fitness band when you can use your own phone or tablet to do some of the same things? This can't do a heart rate monitor, right? This can't go in the shower with you. This can't either, but you can get some that are waterproof. This can go in the rain with you, as opposed to this. You know, this, you don't want any water on it at all. This is water resistant. So there's some difference. So we'll talk about that more in the future. But that is, I lost my chain of thought. but yeah. So I guess what I was getting at is, I feel like it's rushed to market. So there's a lot of limitations, like the timer, for example, the alarm, for example. So okay, you guys will half-assed it. The hardware is great. It's awesome hardware, but your software is limiting in certain areas where it can be tweaked a little bit. You know, spend a little bit more time finishing it. But if you had some kind of a Android market type of thing, I could just download a better timer. I could just download a better stopwatch, right? I could download a better alarm that, you know, it doesn't just alarm for 20 seconds and stop, right? So that's what I would like to see. You know, either you know, finish the product to where, you know, you really think, you know, all the features are more thought out and not kind of rushed to market, or allow there to be open source type of thing where people can basically get apps, third-party apps, and make this better than it is. Overall, I think it's a good buy. Maybe if I'm to be a little bit, you know, kind of, you know, because that's one of the things about Carlisle's picks, right? I want to motivate businesses to do better business. If I want to be in that kind of spirit, then I would say that maybe you have to look at the competition, though. It's got to be relative to the competition. But without knowing a lot about the competition, I've only really looked at the Garmin and the Fitbit. Maybe the price point could be a little bit lower. It's $200. You know, maybe it's not at that price point yet. You know, but again, it's relative to the other products. You got to look at what the other products are offering. But maybe I might say maybe it's a $150 product, right? Maybe making these features work the way they should, the way I think they should, maybe it's worth another $50. So maybe this as a completed product is worth $200, but as is, maybe it's a $150 product. Now, of course, that's a problem because they have other products in that price point that are lower end products. So how does that work out? But that's my feedback. I think maybe the price point doesn't match this product because I don't think it's a finished product. I would really like to see a Fitbit BLAZE 2. They just came out with a Charge 2. That's a smaller model. I would like to see a Fitbit BLAZE 2. Maybe that'll be the one where they finally get everything like where it needs to be. So that's, I don't want to run this on too long. I just wanted to give you guys basic feedback. I will talk about the Fitbit BLAZE more in the future. And I'm going to take a look in the comment sections really quick before we end this live stream. Let's see some comments here. Fast and Fearless, one of my top subscribers. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. So this is the Fitbit BLAZE. Now, I'm going to be giving away some products, and I'm going to be giving away, I think, some of the Fitbit products to you guys. So stay tuned for that. And also, if you notice, I'm wearing Bluetooth headphones. These are really, really awesome. The bass on these are super awesome. These are AYL Bluetooth headphones. I'm going to be giving away some of these as well. The bass is phenomenal. I've listened to $500 headphones, and these definitely hold their own compared to those $500 headphones. Now, that is pretty awesome. So I'll talk more about these. They're noise isolating, even though I think the packaging might have said canceling. They're not noise canceling. Isolating means that it physically blocks sound by how it plugs your ears. It's not canceling. Canceling is electronic, where it actually actively cancels out background noise. So once again, these are the AYL. I'm going to be giving away some of these. Now, what I'm going to be doing is, once again, it's going to be the Notification Squad Rewards Program, which is what I'm going to be doing. So you guys want to be one of the first 10 people to comment on videos. And if you do so, I will be randomly picking people. I'll find a random number generator website, and based on using that, we'll pick out who the winner is going to be. So maybe the first of 10 comments, I'll use a random number generator to pick a number between 1 and 10. We'll do like a live drawing or something, and whatever number it appears, we're going to go ahead and award that person a gift. It could be this. It could be the Fitbit product. I'll be looking for other things to buy for you guys. And again, buy, because the amount of money this channel makes doesn't even cover. Like, it would take me months to get enough money to even buy the Fitbit BLAZE using the income on the channel. Now, ideally, I want to get the channel going and growing again so that the channel can pay for stuff like this, but I'm going to be doing this out of pocket, as I've been doing, really. People look at all the stuff I've been doing, it's out of pocket, right? So I hope you guys appreciate that. So Notification Squad rewards program is coming soon to a theater near you. You're watching Carlisle's Picks, and this has been a first impression review of the Fitbit BLAZE from Fitbit. Thank you for watching. And until next time. Shout out to one of my top subscribers, Rico Suave.